Here we take one more example of application of HCF and LCM. The question is like this. Find the least number that is exactly divisible by 520 and 468. So I want a number that is divisible by 520 and 468. So what number are we thinking? Are we thinking number which is greater than these two or smaller than these two? So we are thinking of a number which is greater than these two. So which means we have to find LCM of these two. So let's find LCM of these two. So I will leave finding LCM of these two as exercise for you, and I'll directly give you the answer. So LCM of these two, 520 and 468, is 4680. I've calculated this one and answer comes out as 4680. So you calculate this one. So you calculate this one by yourself and check whether you get 4680 or not. Okay. So we'll understand few more properties of this 4680. So what is the next number that is divisible by both of these two? This is the first number. 4680 is the first number that is divisible by 520 and 468. So what will be the next number that will be divisible by 520 and 468 is multiples of this one. So 4680 into 1, that is the first number. The second number that will be divisible by both these two is 4680 into 2. The third number will be 4680 into 3 and so on. In other terms, if I ask you what is the 100th term that is divisible by 520 and 468, then that would be 4680 into 100. Simple as that. Correct? So if I ask you what is the 10th term that is divisible by both these two, will be 10th multiple of this one. So 4680 into 10. So that would be the 10th number that will be divisible by 520 and 468. Alright. So that is important property of this one. So what do we understand here? The multiples of 4680 are the numbers which are divisible by 520 and 468. Okay. So here the question is twisted here. So I want a number which when increased by 17 is divisible by 520 and 468. So what do we know here? We already know that this is the first number that is divisible by 520 and 468. So what do I want? I want a number when increased by 17 must be divisible by these two. So if it has to be after raising by 17, which means 4680 minus 17 if I do. So this is actually 4663. So if you take 4663 and raise it by 17, so 4663 plus 17 if I do, I will get 4680. So common mistake is you end up adding this 17, so that would be wrong. What would happen in that case? So if I add 17, so 4680 plus 17 would be 4697. So 4697 when you take and you divide by these two, or you further increase that number by 17 and then you divide by these two, then it will not be divisible. That would not be a number which is divisible by both these two. Since we already know that this is the number that is divisible by this, and I want a number when increased by 17, which means I am thinking of a number which is lesser than this one, because after increasing by 17, I want this number to come 4680. So it would be 4680 minus 17, which would be 4663. I hope you understood this one. I'll explain once again. 4663 when added with 17, when increased by 17, it will give you 4680. So this is the number that will be divisible by 520 and 468. Same question, a little bit twist here. So the twist here is that I want remainder to remain 17. So I want a number which is divisible by 520 and 468, but leaves the remainder 17. So now tell me whether the number has to be greater than 4680 or smaller than 4680. So in this case, I want remainder to remain 17. So which means when I divide by these two numbers, answer has to remain, the remainder has to remain 17, which means I am thinking of a number which is greater than 4680. So what would be the number that is greater than 4680? That would be 4680 plus 17. So that would be 4697. So 4697, when you divide by 520 and 468, it will give you the remainder 17. You can try this one out. That will give you remainder 17. I hope you understood this one. So what did we do here? So when the question is asked when increased by some number, so then we are thinking of a number smaller than this one, because after increasing we want it to be divisible. So we subtract the number. So here we want remainder to remain something. So if the remainder has to remain something, then the number has to be greater than this one. Therefore, we add that number. So 4967 is the least number that is divisible by both these two, leaving the remainder 17. Let's see another way to solve this one. So here we'll write it in Euclid's division lemma, in the form of Euclid's division lemma, and we'll try to analyze using that. Alright. So what do we want? We want a number which is exactly divisible by these two. Okay. So which means there exists a number x. So x, so when I divide by 520, the remainder has to be 0, which means some q1 I will get. Okay. And similarly 468. So that the same number x, so when I divide by 468, it will give some other quotient q2 and the remainder will be 0 because it is divisible by 468. So how can I write x here? So x can be written as 520 into q1 plus 0. So that is 520 into q1. So here also x can be written as 468 into q2. It is same number x and it is equal to 520 into q1 and 462 into q2. So when is this possible? So when is this possible is that when this number is exactly divisible by both of these two. So that is possible only when you take LCM. So this number, I mean 520 into q1 and 468 into q2 will be equal only when this number is 4680, which is nothing but LCM of 520 and 468. This becomes extremely powerful way of doing when solving other kinds of problem. Please try to understand this one. It is same x, here it is 520 into q1, here it is 468 into q2. So when will this 520 into q1 will be equal to 468 into q2? It is possible only when this number and this number is divisible by both 520 and 468. So what is that number? That number is 4680. So x must be 4680. Okay, let's apply the same thing here. So what is it? So x, find the number when increased by 17, it is divisible by both 520 and 468. Let's write that equation. So I have a number x that is divisible by both 520 and 468, but that has to be it has to be increased by 17, which means I have a number x. So when I increase number by 17, then it will be divisible by 520 into q1. Similarly, x again, when same number x, when I increase by 70, that will again be this one into q2. It is divisible by q2. So when will this be? See, this is also x plus 17. This is also x plus 17. So when will this be? When will these be equal? So these will be equal only when the number here is LCM of 420 and 568. So this number will be 4680. Or in other term, x plus 17 is 4680. So therefore, x will be 4680 minus 17. That is what we did logically earlier. So 4680 minus 17, which will be 4663. So let's see this one. So I have a number which when divided by 520 and 468, it should leave the remainder 17. So let the number be x. So let's write the expression for that. So 520, I get some q1 and leave the remainder 17. Same x, again when I divide by 468, so I get some other quotient q2 and leave the remainder again 17. So again here, let's write x. What is this x equal to? 520 into q1 plus 17. Here also it is x, I can write this one as 468 into q2 plus 17. So we'll modify this one a little, we'll make it as x minus 17. Let's get this 17 and this 17 this side. So this is x minus 17 is equal to 520 into q1. Here also it is x minus 17 is equal to 468 into q2. So I want a number here such that they are equal. So when is this possible? So this is possible when it is LCM of 520 and 468, which is 4680. So now tell me. So x minus 17 must be equal to 4680, which means x will be 4680 plus 17, which is 4697, which is exactly what we did earlier. I hope you understood this one. So this is easy when the remainder is same. Okay, when the remainder becomes different, what happens is what we see in the next problem.